Yun. Hello, everybody!
Yeah. Ay, nag-iisip kayo ngayon,
Nako,
bakit dala nito, ha? Ha?
mapapalaban yata kami na, ano ba, kami o kayong dalawa, hindi ko na rin alam
Hindi.
sa episode na to.
Kasi
Oh.
kagabi, teka lang, bago namin umpisahan yung interview, mga Dreno. Kasi kagabi may nabasa si Ina na message tungkol sa masyado daw malakas yung boses ko. Yeah. So, pagbibigyan ko po kayo sa episode na to, hindi na ako masyado magsasalita, mga Dreno, para lang
Uy, kailangan ako yun. Kailangan ko yun. Nakahanap ka ng ano, ha? Nakahanap ka ng dahilan, ha?
Oh my gosh. Okay, ay pero mo si Mark handa na po sa kanyang toilet paper, tissue paper because for the first time history sa Spot Pinoy, we will be interviewing somebody who doesn't understand Filipino, no? Hindi po masyado nakakaintindi ng Tagalog because she moved here when she was 2 years old. So, dito na talaga siya tumanda. Okay. Our topic for today is getting to know how young ones are here in Canada. Ano ba ang pagpapalaki ng mga bata dito sa Canada? Kakausapin natin, mag-ama po sila. Okay? Siya po ay si Chris, ayan, with her daddy, Jim. Hello, Chris Sizzle.
Hello.
Okay. Kayong dalawa.
So, no, I mean, basically, I'm just gonna use a sign language today, guys.
Eto po, ngayon lang po kayo makakakita ng kasama sa interview na mannequin. Ngayon lang.
Ay, nako. Okay, no. Chris, we'll call you Chris. Her name says Crizzle, but it's just, we can call her Chris. Hello, Daddy Jim also. Ayan, wearing his Spot Pinoy shirt. We actually met the two of them at the Fiesta Extravaganza event in Toronto a few weeks ago. Okay. Chris is, how old are you now, Chris? 26?
I'm 26.
Diba? I actually thought, I was telling her earlier, akala ko when I met her at the booth, parang high school lang siya. Grabe. But okay, you were brought here by your parents, 2 years old. Have you ever been back to Manila?
I have not. So
never.
When they shipped me out from the Philippines, they didn't put a return postage. So I was buying box when I came in, it's still here without a return label.
Oh, really? So are there things that you're curious about from where your parents are?
So my parents are from two different island cities, I guess cities. So just wanting to know how it's like for how they both where they both lived. Like my mom grew up in like a big city in the big island, I guess you can say.
Manila.
Oh, my mom grew up in
Manila. Okay.
Yeah. And then you grew up in Cebu. So obviously the lifestyles there are different, and I would love to see what it was like.
Yeah. Daddy Jim. Go, right.
Ganito lang, Ina, no? Ikaw magtatanong kay Chris, ako magtatanong kay Sir Jim.
Ako yun kay Jim.
So, Sir Jim, since you brought her in Canada ever since, umuwi na ba kayo uli? Tapos, why not na hindi nyo siya sinama kung nakauwi na kayo uli?
No, actually, nakauwi lang ako once, and that was when my father passed away in 2009. But aside from that, wala. We haven't gone home. Not even as a family or anything.
I see. So, but do you make an effort, maybe, Jim, to, I don't know, introduce her, syempre, to Filipino culture? Has it been difficult for you, Jim, and also for Chris, learning about Filipino culture being here in Canada?
No, actually. So my parents decorated, bring a piece of Filipino here in the house. So some examples include the Last Supper, or the rosary that you put on the altar or you decorate, the giant spoon and fork, and especially the food too. So we, even growing up, I've always eaten Filipino food. So that's why when someone who's Filipino American or first generation Filipino who's never gone back, their first answer is always, I want to taste the food, because they were westernized. But for myself, I've grown up eating Filipino food with like
Oh,
what my
nice.
mom cooks or what our family parties having Filipino food. So that's why when you ask me, is there anything in the Philippines that I would like to experience? The number one answer would always be food, but I already experience that every day. So I love that I have a piece of culture in me.
Okay.
Nice.
What is
Okay.
your favorite Filipino food?
How much time do we have?
Oh.
Ah?
Sige. Yeah,
How
because
much
Dati
time
yung
do
we all
we
sala.
like cooking here, so we're curious about what you like.
Yeah,
have?
what do you like?
So my top three, the red hot dogs.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
We have that here now, so I can say I love red hot dogs. Sinigang
Oh.
and anything inihaw.
Oh,
I
nice.
see.
Oh.
Okay.
So,
Oh.
you're not into adobo, ah?
That was the only thing that my mom knew how to cook when we first came here. So I think I've gotten I that's the only thing that my mom's ever cooked when we first came here. So I don't want to say I'm bored of adobo, but that was
Oh.
the only thing I've ever eaten.
Oh,
By the
you've
way,
had too
are you
much
the
of
only
it.
child? Ah, sorry, Ina.
Oh,
Are you
sorry,
the
what was the question?
yeah, are you the only child?
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Oh, okay. Jim, so when you brought the Chris here, did you have any concerns about, raising a Filipino child here in Canada? Obviously, the things are different here. Raising children in a different environment. I'm sure different, very different from how we were all raised in the Philippines. Ano yung biggest difference, would you say, sa pagpapalaki ng anak dito?
Uh, for me, mas kailangan hands-on.
Here.
Yeah, here.
Oh,
You
okay.
should be hindi naman like micro manage or micro but allow her enough liberty, but then also impose certain parameters. Like let's say kailangan she has to call me wherever she goes and let me know where she is, who she's with. I should know her friends, and like from time to time she just texts me na, "Dad, I'm here." "With whom?" "Okay, with these people." "Okay, what time are you coming home?" Or do you need me to fetch you?" Mga ganon.
Mhm.
Mm.
So there's liberty, but may boundaries ng liberty.
Oh. Sa tingin mo, Jim, hindi ka strict? Yung strict parent, sa tingin mo?
I'm not sure.
Mm.
Why are
Si
you
Chris,
smiling?
Chris, what do you think?
Yes. What can you say about that?
I mean, not exactly strict as in like evil stepmother, evil step figure, parent figure from those fairy tales, but there's enough that no, there's a good balance between I'll let you do things and I don't care, or what do they say, bahala ka sa buhay mo or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a good balance between that again to there you can go out, but with who, how are you going to get there, what time are you coming home, do you need us to pick you up, like that sort of stuff. An example would be when I was in school, all my friends in elementary school, majority of my friends in elementary school would go out on a Friday night, but they wouldn't tell their parents where they would go. And with the way that my parents have raised me, I was home on a Friday night because I didn't have plans. I didn't want to go out. I just wanted to stay home. So I'm thankful for how my parents raised me, because the parents of the friends who's gone out and they didn't tell their parents where they were going, they called our house. They would call our house phone, and then one of my parents would answer and say, "Oh, this is so and so's mom from school. Have you seen my kid?" So then my parents would give me the phone and say, "Did you see your friend?" And then I said, "Yes, I saw them on this day." So my friend's parents in elementary school, I was trusted. we
Mm-hmm.
were, we were a trusted family to
Oh.
know where, like, if their kids were running about.
Mm.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Jim, why did you feel like you had to be extra hands-on then, here with your daughter here in Canada? Did you, have any concerns about those saying, di ba? Parang, kasi we are faced with different cultures, different types of
Yeah.
people, different ideologies.
Liberated dito eh.
Yeah,
Parang
yung concern
liberated.
yung concern ng iba na is it masyadong liberated daw yung mga bata dito.
Mhm.
Were those the concerns, same concerns that you had back then?
Yes, and it's also because she's a daughter.
Oh, yeah, of
Uh-huh.
course.
And I've actually, like, as she grew up, well, she learned. I really had her learn martial arts to protect herself. So
Mhm.
Oh, I actually want to do that also for my daughter. 3 years old pa lang naman siya. Did you ever have to use it,
Oh,
Chris? Martial arts, your skills in martial arts?
Thankfully not,
Yeah.
but it is something good to learn and to start while they're young.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay.
May,
Ano,
may
okay.
naisip ako, nakalimutan ko tuloy.
No.
alam mo yung utak ko, para ako nung
No. Ito.
naglo-loading
Okay.
lagi. Naglo-loading ako ngayon.
Kasi I've heard from someone that in school they're telling the kids that okay, if your parents let's say hit you, or
Thank you.
yeah, physically something like that, you can call the police, you can call 911, to report them that they're physically abusing you. Are they really doing that in school?
Oh,
Did they
No,
teach you that?
I've never none of my from what I remember in elementary school. So I'm using elementary school as my basis.
Mm-hmm.
I the elementary school that I went to, everybody knew everybody. So we were majority Filipino. So friends' parents, we would call them hi tito, hi tita. And with the closeness of our group, I've never seen or experienced anybody be.
No, the teachers, are they not giving you any?
instructions to call
Yeah.
911 or something.
oh.
The first thing that they do is they always say that school is your second home away from home because you spend so much time there. So when they've never told us to call 911, they always said to tell a teacher or tell the principal if something's going on at home, and then they'll be the ones to deal with it. So it's adult to adult.
I
I
see.
see.
So you were told. I mean, you guys were made aware
Yeah.
of like certain limitations on how children could be disciplined here.
Yeah.
You were made aware.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like, can you tell us what they told you back then, if you still remember?
Oh yeah, I still remember. So they
Yes.
said that school is from Monday to Friday from 9 to 3. So that's
Mhm.
technically your home away from home. It's your second home. Aside from being at your primary home with your parents, your teachers act like a second parent to you since they see you for 9 months out of the 9 months a year.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mhm.
they are your guardian. And if you're experiencing any difficulties at home, they would step in because that would affect your education. And they care about you. So if something is going on and it affects your education, then it affects them because they're supposed to be the ones leading you into or molding you into a better future. But if there's an
Mhm.
obstacle, they can't fulfill that promise.
Yeah. Were they specific about spanking? And I ask this. Sorry that we have to, stress this
Yeah.
point
Yeah. Uh-huh.
because back in the Philippines, it's like many people go through or are disciplined that way, spanking, things
With a
have changed,
belt.
yeah, you see
Na,
belt
na,
on children.
did you
These are
experience,
common stories
yeah.
of how children are raised back in the Philippines. Were they specific about that? Like, hey, if you guys are being treated that way in your homes, you better tell
Mhm.
us or call the police or something.
I was in kindergarten when they told us that. So kindergarten here is aged 4. So of
Mm-hmm.
course
Oh.
they don't want to traumatize the children. So
Yeah.
they just said if you're being hurt at home, and then when you're in your primary age level, which is around aged 7 to age 12, they say if you're feeling uncomfortable at home, and then intermediate, so they reiterate it every year but the wordings change. So beginners, they say if you feel uncomfortable at home. Secondary, if you feel if what's
Intimidated.
intimidated. And then for the big kids, grade 6 to 8, they say the word abuse. So if you feel abused,
Oo, yun nga yung
Oh,
sinasabi.
so
I
talagang
see.
ine-educate nila, di ba?
Oo.
Yes. For our
Yeah.
viewers, kasi bawal po sa Canada
Oo.
ang ganong paraan ng
Disiplina.
disiplina
Yeah.
ng mga
Pero
bata.
pero sinabi
Kasi-
ko sa ano ko yun na talagang alis kayo dito, talagang mapapalo kayo pag makulit kayo.
Naitanong ko kasi yan kasi there's a time na kumbaga dahil nga the teachers instructed the kid that if you're being hurt sa loob ng bahay nyo, you can call the police. So nung parang pinagalitan yung bata nung nanay niya, then ang sabi ng bata sa nanay is, if you hurt me, I'm gonna call the police. Sabing
Yes.
ganon. So nasaktan yung nanay.
Yes.
Umiyak, oo. Kaya
Oo.
naitanong ko yon. Kasi nga, parang, oo nga naman, di ba? Ikaw, bilang magulang, you're trying to discipline your child the way you want, di ba? Siguro,
Yeah.
sa paraang nakalakihan mo,
Oo.
tapos
Kasi lalo
tatawag ng
yung
pulis,
mga
di ba?
Asian, di ba? Pag Asian discipline, iba sa, di ba? Asian discipline. Iba
Yeah.
sa,
Do you have any idea, Chris, how the
Oo.
Asians discipline their children?
Mm.
I mean,
Essentially Filipino, yeah.
I've heard stories,
Mm.
or I've seen it on shows. In my attempt to learn Tagalog, I watched a little bit of Filipino TV.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
I've seen how they do it, but I'm not sure if it's real.
Yeah. No, but
It
let
is
me
real.
clarify. Yes, it's real. It happens, but not in all households.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay?
Mhm.
And we're not here to tell anybody how to raise their children. This episode
Oo.
is not
Kanya-kanya
Ah.
yan.
for
Kanya-
that. Yeah. Bahala kayo sa buhay ninyo. Paano nyo pong gusto
bakit mo-
palakihin yung anak ninyo.
What's the
Oo.
point? Bakit namin sinasabi to? So, pag dumating kayo rito, just to let you know na you cannot do the same thing yung ginagawa niyo sa Pilipinas, how you discipline your child.
Yeah.
You cannot
Ba-
do that here. Because
Maari po kayong damputin. Basically,
Yeah.
literal. Oo.
you might end up sleeping sa kulungan.
Correct. That's a warning.
Bawal.
So,
Oo.
it's up to you. Ako kunyari, halimbawa personally, ako kasi, I was never hurt by punished that way or disciplined that way by my parents. So, it's not something that I plan to do with Luna.
Yeah.
Kumbaga. Kasi iba yung experience ko. Alam ko naman, pero well aware ako na hindi lahat ganon. So, yeah. Coincidentally, meron akong note dito. Gusto niyong i-upload kung ano yung bawal dito sa Canada. Meron akong kasi yung isang episode ko, latest episode ko actually is about raising children in Canada. I
Okay.
found a link sa government website about yung limitations about spanking. Parang, let me just upload it quickly. Yan. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. For those wondering, this is from the government of Canada. Every school teacher, parent, etc. Is justified in using force by way of correction towards a pupil or a child, as the case may be, who is under his care. Ito ang mahalagang clause, no? If the force does not exceed what is reasonable under the circumstances. Okay, ano ang reasonable? Na-research ko rin to. Pero wala na ako nung screen grab. Parang merong ilang specific terms like, kunyari napalo mo at nag-cause ng pasa or bruising, then that's not reasonable.
Bawal yun, bawal.
So, ibig sabihin, masyado ng
Malakas.
brute force
Masakit.
na.
Yeah, hindi po pwede. Anyway, bahala po kayo. Please do your research then. You know, parents who might be curious about that. Okay.
So,
Ayan.
Chris, why? Sir, I mean, kumbaga, kasi nga, si Chris doesn't understand Tagalog that much. So, kahit sa loob ng bahay, English din ang usapan nyo, sir.
Yung salita nyo.
Oh.
Kami sa wife ko, we speak Tagalog. But for some reason, Chris isn't able to pick it up.
Yeah.
Or-
Growing up, did you talk?
Yeah, it's probably also because I speak also in Bisaya. So,
I got confused.
yeah, you get confused.
Parang nagkakahalo-halo yung sa niya, no?
Yeah.
Sa,
Oo.
Yeah. But did you try talking to her like in Filipino when she was
in Tagalog.
young age, Jim?
Yeah, we tried. And then for
Oo.
some reason, when as she grew older, parang it got lost.
Yeah. I think that's common.
Mm.
Yeah. And yun na nga, because they often tell us, the parents, hindi, kailangan when at home, Tagalogin ninyo para matuto pa rin. But apart from Chris, I know some people with parents who did that when they were younger, but when they grow older, they still can't speak
Nakalimutan.
Filipino, diba?
Yeah.
So I wonder what really is the best way for them to learn how to speak. Unless puwersahin mo talaga, no? Paano
Ganon,
ba, Mark? Oo.
yung ganon yung, sa akin ito lang sa akin, baka
Mm.
magalit kayo sa style ng pagpapalaki ko sa mga anak ko. Pero iba ako kasi, pagka dito talagang Tagalog. Talagang pagka nagsalita, may marinig lang ako na nag-usap na English dyan o ano, talagang lalakas yung boses ko, talaga. Yun lang
Naniniwala.
hindi naniniwala.
Si Dila, hindi ako naniniwala. I always heard Dylan talking English, no?
Hindi, kaya nga yun Kaya nga nakakaintindi si Dylan ng Tagalog.
No,
Ayun,
pero
yun.
nakakasalita ba siya ng magaling na Tagalog?
Yun ang mahirap talaga. Hindi ko alam kung talagang talagang hindi talaga niya masalita. Pero masaya na ako at least kahit Tagalog. Naiintindihan niya. Kahit anong salita ng Tagalog sa kanya, kahit yung pag-uusap natin lahat, kahit matanda, maiintindihan niya talaga.
Yeah, oo, tama.
Oo, because advantage din sa kanila yun, no?
Oo naman, yeah.
Mahirap kasi yung tinatawag na mabenta ka ng kapwa mo, di ba? Yun ang pinakamahirap kasi, tingnan mo may balloon, di ba?
Do you wish you know how to speak?
Talaga.
You learn how to speak, Chris? Do you wish sometimes that, that you learned or picked up on the language?
Some words they can make out the sentence, but then responding back is the hard part.
Yun
So
nga
I can understand what everyone else is saying, or at least the gist of the sentence. But if I were to respond back to say, just to be part of the group, like, oh, I know what you said, and then I have to speak English, then that's where I would probably get teased.
Yeah, okay. Okay, Chris, ito naman. I'm sure you have friends from, of other nationalities. Do you see any distinct differences with the way you are raised as a Filipino? Distinct Filipino ways in raising children compared to the locals here?
Okay. Oh, that was a deep question. Are my friends? Is it like are my friends raised differently from myself?
Yeah, cool. But differences, culturally. I don't know how the other races or nationalities are raised. Nahihirapan na rin ako.
Parang nakakatotoo na dumudugo nila.
Yeah.
Just like what you said. No, just like what you said. Fridays,
Or
your
compare
classmates.
with foreigner friends.
The Filipino friends.
Yeah.
It's the same. They were raised. It's more or less the same.
So so the difference is the kid who's listening to their parents, no? Because sabi mo nga, your classmates during Fridays, they go somewhere else while you choose to go home, to stay home. Right?
Oh, okay. Those okay. I get the
those types of
those things. Yeah.
Okay. Definitely yes. So the elementary, yes, because like I mentioned earlier, they would go out as a group on a Friday night and go to someone's house, but they wouldn't tell their parents where they are. So that's definitely one big thing that's different between the way that they were raised and the way that I guess I was raised.
Mm-hmm.
The trust between the parent and child that I'm going to go here. I guess their fear is that they don't want to get in trouble because we were minors. We were 13 at the time. So they have their own set of mentality that I'm just going to my friend's house. What's the problem? So they went. And then for myself, I know what the problem is. I know that if I didn't tell them where they are, I could be I could be in the woods somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yung dito ito pa meron pa akong kino-construct ko pa Jim, i-translate mo na lang to. Ito maganda to. Ito kasi dito kasi sa Canada, uso yung sleepover. Ayan, uso dito yan usong-uso. ang laging nag-sleep over yung mga bata sa iba't ibang bahay, di ba? Si Lian, kahit kailan, hindi ko pa pinayagang mag-sleep over. Ikaw, Jim, paano yung ano yun? Pumayag ka ba na mag-sleep over si Crisel sa iba't ibang bahay sa mga kaibigan niya? Kasi uso dito yun eh. Uso dito yun.
Can I answer?
Yung ganyan.
Yeah. Siya daw mag-answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I allow you to sleep over in your friends' houses?
I never slept over at my friend's house because our house was the cooler house. So
Really?
no, so friends, I'm not going to friends' houses to sleep over, but friends were allowed to sleep over here. I've never done a sleepover because we would always argue over whose house. Like again with my Filipino friends, they were also raised that way. So
Mhm.
it would always be the clash of parents. My mom says you have to sleep over here. My dad says you have to sleep over here. So we've never actually had a sleepover, even to this day, because we're still in that. We're still in the argument.
Ayun din ang
But
gusto ko. Sabi ko, kung mag-sleepover, dito ko ba sleepover? Dito kayo.
Yeah.
Oh, ganun ako. Ganun, parehas kami ni Jim. Kahit kailan di ko pa kasi na ano eh. Yun lang yung ano ko. Kasi uso dito yun eh. Yung bata
Ano
pa
yung
lang.
concern mo, Mark? Ba't hindi mo
I have
pinapayag?
another point.
Oh,
Wala lang.
go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry, Chris.
There's also another rule that I never slept over, but this rule never applied. But the rule is there. If my friends have brothers, I can't sleep over at their house.
Oh,
Ah,
okay.
okay.
I see.
Kasi
That's
style
fair.
ano rin ako eh. Traditional eh. Yung style
Oo.
Pilipinas pa rin yung traditional
Oo.
na palaki.
Mm.
Ang style ko talaga, pagpapalaki sa mga bata ko, yung mga anak ko, yung style pa rin sa Pilipinas. Ganun pa rin yung style ko.
Ano yung concerns mo, Mark, why you're not letting them go on sleepovers? Ano yung kinatatakutan mo, kumbaga?
Nag-iisang babae to.
Babae kasi. Oh, okay.
Kung sa babae naman makikitulog, wala namang kapatid na lalaki nga. Just
Oo.
like Crisel said.
Iba pa rin, traditional talaga ako. Iba talaga yun. Ganun talaga, traditional talaga ako. Iba.
I see.
Crisel,
Okay.
it seems that elementary school is so special to you. Kasi lagi mo you always mention na elementary. How about high school?
High school, it was very big and vague. So a lot of the friends that I have aren't as close to as I have in elementary school. We were only a class of 25 people in elementary school, so everybody was kind of forced.
Okay.
They were kind of forced to like each other, whether you like it or not. You were stuck together for 10 years.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But for high school, the population of my entire school was around 1,100.
Oh,
And
that's
that's already within the 4 years, so from grade 9 to 12. And
Mhm.
then if you divide that by 4, that's still a big amount of people that you would only ever see once a year if you were in the same
Uh-huh.
classes.
I see.
I
Did
thought
you
you're more
ever?
busier studying.
Oh, yeah, we'll put that in. We'll say that I was just a schoolaholic.
Oh.
Okay. Did you ever experience any form of discrimination in school?
Or bullying in
Or
school.
bullying, yeah, or bullying.
Yeah.
School.
Form of discrimination? No, because Filipinos were majority of the nationality of my elementary school and my high school.
All right.
A form of bullying? No.
Oh, no.
Yes?
No.
No,
Oh,
no.
no. Okay,
Okay,
then
di
that's
ba?
good.
That's
That's,
good,
that's
yeah.
another concern. That's another
Oo,
concern.
concern ng mga
Especially
magulang
since,
yan.
yeah, maraming mga videos lalo na sa social media, no? Although, I haven't seen a lot from Canada, more in the US. You know,
Oo.
those
Maraming
bullying,
nagme-message sa
punching,
akin.
talagang beating up kids there.
Mm.
Oh my gosh. Have
Maraming
you ever seen it in
nagme-message.
school though, Chris?
I went to a Catholic school, so
Okay.
I guess that's the part that scared everybody from fighting each other.
Yeah.
And there were newsletters that always went out there were newsletters that were sent out along with your school schedule to the parents about abuse, bullying, and stuff like that. So the parents would be made aware of what's going on in the school.
I see.
Yun yung mga concern ng mga nagme-message na marami sa akin, yung papunta dito sa Canada. tinatanong nila kung nabubully ba yung sila Lian, sila Dave sa school. Yun ang concern nila kasi daw marami daw nababalitaan na bullying dito sa Canada, sa US, gano'n. Ang daming may concern na ganyan, mga magulang.
Yeah. Oo. Okay. Jim, how about ano naman? The benefits of raising children here in Canada. You know, new immigrants, yan ang laging tanong eh.
Oh.
Because we often hear about the childcare benefit. Yeah. Do you think if you were in the Philippines, you would have given Chris this kind of, you know, life that you were able to give her
No.
here in Canada?
No, because like before we left, I did research sa mga tuitions and everything, and like it's like 50,000 per semester. So that's already your salary for the whole year. So
Kasi 20 plus years ago na yun eh, no? Yeah.
So talagang that was parang one of the main reason why we moved here. Because first, education was free, and then yung mga childcare benefits, mga ganun. So yun ang parang, and then as they say, we're moving to Canada not for yourself but for your children, to give them a better future.
Landed BR pa kayo, Jim, o paanong pathway nyo papunta dito sa Canada?
Actually, immigrants.
Immigrant.
Landed PR yun, tama.
It was in 2001 na nag-open ang Philippines sa mga immigrants. So at lang yun, kami mga friends na apply tayo na wala namang mawawala, ganun. So we applied in 2000, and then a month after we were told to come in for an interview. After the interview, sabi nila it will take another 6 months daw. So okay, may ano pa kami time para to do things. And then after 2 months, we were told to go to medical kasi approved na yung visa.
Yeah, ang bilis.
Ang bilis. Then we said we're not prepared and everything, so we had to parang sell our things, sell everything, ganon. Para sa mga then we didn't have yung show money, so we went to parang an agency where you pay them, I think during that time 5,000 pesos, and they're going to deposit funds in your bank. You have a certificate from the bank manager that you have that much money, and then after you get the certificate, they withdraw the money back.
How much do you have to pay them for that?
Nag-i-exist pa yung ganyang sistema.
Did you have to pay them and
Yeah,
for how much?
5,000 pesos.
5,000.
For the bank certificate. And then when we moved here, yun nga, as long as you have that bank certificate with you, na you have money in the Philippines, it's considered so you're transfer nyo dito when later on pag settled na. Parang ganon. When in fact wala talaga.
How about for college? Was it difficult? Because college you have to, pay out of pocket now.
Kasi slowly nag-ano kami ng RRSP. RESP rather. RESP. So technically Crystal's college was sort of free.
Oh, nice.
University education was sort of free because of the RESP, and then may konti pang a little extra. So that's for you na whatever extra you can use it for whatever you want, like books or if you need computer for school or whatever.
I see. Yeah, RESP parang savings plan sa mga hindi po nakakaalam. Parang savings plan for your child's college education, 'di ba? And parang minamatch ng government yung huhulog mo doon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so lumalaki yung savings mo basically then.
Are you still studying, Chris?
I finished.
Finished.
Yeah.
What course?
I went to Toronto Metropolitan University for business management.
Oh, okay, nice. What do you do now for work?
I work in event sales. So
Event sales.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Nice.
Planning to go to the Philippines anytime soon?
I really want to, yes.
Now you can go. Maybe your dad will, siguro naman.
Siguro sasamahan ni Jim.
I have an interpreter. So
Huh?
I have an interpreter now. So
Yeah. Okay.
No, I think
What? Oh,
most of ano naman most of the Filipinos kahit papaano they understand a little bit, you know, uh, they understand or speak English.
mhm.
So, unlike sa ibang countries talaga na parang I've been to sa airport mismo ng Thailand or ng Japan, talagang maghahanap ka ng tao. You need to search for someone para matanong mo sila ng English, no? I think Philippines is still a good place para ano,
Oh no, I
para
mean
sa
the
tourist.
discounts for Divisoria shopping because I think if they find out in Divisoria I speak English, they're going to say this is 5,000 pesos.
yeah, that's true.
But if,
That's
if,
true.
Ah,
if I ask my dad to tawad for me, then it's not 5,000 anymore. It'll be 2,000.
Where do you learn about all these things, the Divisoria
Oo.
and all the haggling? Since you've never been there, what you see it on social media?
A YouTube rabbit hole.
well, it's a good
I
source of information, no? If you're
Oo.
planning to go to the Philippines, no, anytime soon.
Yeah. You know, in a
Yeah.
way, Chris is and Jim, they're lucky because they grew up in a place where there's a big Filipino community. Where in Toronto ba kayo ulit, Jim and Chris?
We're in Scarborough.
Oscar, nako, daming Pilipino to. So
Ah,
I've always wondered about how it is to raise children, maybe in other parts of Canada where, there's just a handful of Filipinos. I'm sure it's a little different. 'Di ba? Kasi medyo naging komportable din naman talaga si Chris kasi nga school pa lang niya puro Pilipino pala sila eh.
Aha.
Quality.
Oo.
Di tsaka I think 'pag bata pa, yung worry mo na paano mag-a-adapt yung anak mo, 'di ba? I think siguro minimal, 'di ba?
Yeah. Did you have classmates, let's say Chris, who would come in as new immigrants, at the start of the school year maybe, didn't know how to speak English very well, and then did you see them how did they fare, let's say in the first year? Did they adjust pretty quick?
Oh, all my best friends came in pretty late into the school life. So
Okay.
around third grade was when all my best friends came in. And so to accommodate them because they didn't know how to speak English, they were in a split. They were doing grade 3 work, but the English lessons were around grade 2.5. So
Oh,
it's still the phonetics, how to pronounce things and form sentences, but
mhm.
they're still learning the grade 3 science, grade 3 Canadian history. It's just
Mm.
the English that they were just a step back.
Yeah. And they learn pretty
Nice.
quick, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
Pag bata mabilis matuto.
Oo, mabilis. Parang,
Na
'di ba, minsan buwan lang slang na agad eh.
sila ano nga, sila
Nakakabilis.
Tig eh. Kinakabahan pa sila dati, sila Lian, pero ngayon English na sila eh. Ako lang talaga hindi natuto, 11 years talaga wala.
Hindi, I think 'pag bata pa talaga, no, magaling pa
Mabilis,
sila talaga mag-pick up, oo.
mabilis.
Yeah.
Kaya it's not too late for Luna, Ina, to teach her
Luna.
Tagalog, no?
But it's my fault. It's my fault sa totoo lang. Unlike Jim. Hindi ko alam eh, ba't parang mas English din ako sa kanyang makipag-usap eh. Ako talaga rin ang kailangan
Oo,
mag-adjust.
sabi nga ni JJ, 'di ba, dun sa bahay, English pa rin, no?
Yeah.
Kailangan ano. Nagda-drive ka,
Okay.
English pala.
Mm.
Nagda-drive na ba si Crisel? Nagda-drive na. Alam.
She just got her license.
Yeah, I just got my license.
Actually, yung Sunday was the first time she drove to church.
Oh,
Na.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any reason why you got your license now? Are you preparing for something or you just got it?
I've always wanted to get my license, but then it's just the paying for like my dad told me that once you commit to getting a license, like you're free to get a license all that you want, but it's an expense. It's a very big expense every time because in Ontario there's 3 tiers to a license. So you
Mhm.
get your learner's permit and then your G2 and then your G as compared to the other provinces, I believe.
Mhm.
So I wasn't ready for that expense yet. And
Yeah.
then as started working, that's when I started budgeting to getting a license.
Nice. Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to ask about being a taking like summer jobs when you were young? Kasi sa Pilipinas, hindi man masyado uso yun eh.
Oh,
Depende
hindi
lang,
na.
diba?
Diyos yan.
Yeah, do you have fond memories of those, like working when you were off or during school breaks? Yeah, because it's
When was
not
the
very,
first time?
yeah, it's not very common back in the Philippines. Okay.
Yeah.
So everyone starts off in fast food. So McDonald's was where I started, and it's not bad, but it's it's not bad in a way that
You get paid.
it's you get paid. It's
Uh-huh.
not the end of it. It's a good starting point for you, as they say. Like all you need is a Canadian experience,
Mm-hmm.
and when you make friends you're all students. So when you make friends with each other, it makes the work experience better. So if you're working weird shifts like 9 to
9 at night.
5, 9 at night
Mhm.
to 11, 7 in the morning, or what they call graveyard shifts, but you're with your friends, it makes pulling all-nighters fun.
Yeah.
Meron kasi
Wow.
yan na dito, di ba, iniisip nila pagka ano ka na, nagtrabaho ka na. Yung iba kasi daw, baka hindi na tumuloy sa pagka-college. Di ba? Kasi
Yeah,
kumikita, di ba iba kumikita na. Mabuti si Cristel, Jim, mabuti nagtuloy pa rin siya ng college. Ano yan, pinush mo o gusto niya talaga?
A little
More
of both.
It's both.
Mm.
Oh.
There's some people do gap year right after when they graduate high school. So for those who don't know what a gap year is, a gap
Right.
year is the year that you take off from school after graduating from high school, because some people aren't as lucky to get an RESP or have some extra funds from their parents who've saved up for them. So some parents would tell their kids that they have to pay for their school themselves, and they don't know how to do that. They're working fast food or they're working fast food, or they're working a part-time job. So part-time hours, of course, aren't as good on money.
Mm-hmm.
So they take a gap year so that they can attempt to pay for school. But then what ends up happening after a gap year is I'm already working. I don't want to go to school anymore. I can just go
Yes.
up in hierarchy.
Oh, okay. Is that common? Does it happen a lot from your like in
Yeah.
your people? You know, yeah. Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yung iba kasi
Pero
hindi na
iba rin kasi dito eh, di ba? Dito,
kumikita na
even if you just graduate high school and then let's say you start working in McDonald's or
Mhm.
something, having a college diploma, unlike in the Philippines, here if you don't have a college diploma and you work in a fast food, there's still a good chance for you to work your way up, right?
Mhm.
Mm.
That was yeah.
Not being a college graduate would keep you from rising up the ranks, right? Sa Pilipinas kasi, di ba,
Yeah.
nagre-require ng college
Impossible.
degree
Kailangan.
just for you to get into a managerial position.
Hey, even cashiers,
Yeah.
just cashier alone, being cashier in the Philippines, dapat
Yeah.
naka at least second year college ka.
Oo,
Mm.
di
Something
ba?
like that, di ba?
Parang ngayon yata,
Yeah.
4 years na yata, di ba, sa SM.
Aha.
Parang graduate na yung mga kailangan. Parang
Oo,
ganun
di
yan.
ba minsan nagva-viral pa yung mga yan, yung mga
Oo.
job posting na yung mga tao
Oo.
nagre-reklamo na
For,
parang,
for 4 years, kailangan
Pleasing
college.
personality. May ganun pa, di ba? Ah,
oh,
one of the requirements eh.
yeah.
So,
Oh.
Jim, parang somehow, what, magtrabaho ka, so you gain the experience, parang ganon. Kaya, sabi nga, yung tungkol sa pagtatrabaho ni Crystal, tungkol sa pagpa-part-time niya.
Yeah, part of it is yung if you want summer money, you work
Aha.
for it. Ganun ako. Na I'm not going to give you money if you want to go out, let's say to buy clothes or whatever. You want you want to buy
Oh,
or you want that thing, work for it. Ganun ako.
I see. So, that's one of the reason kaya napilitan si
Mm.
Cristel. Si Cristel, magtrabaho.
And then when she was working with McDonald's na, sabi ko, okay, right now you're earning, pero look how hard it is for you to buy things. Like
Aha.
when you go out with your friends, sila they can buy whatever they want, they can eat whatever they want. And ikaw, you have to budget.
Yeah.
Parang ganun. So if you finish university, you're going to feel na parang times 2 or times 3 yung income. Parang gano'n.
Mhm.
So that's why yun ang instill ko sa kanya na to have better education.
Yeah.
See, at saka at least, siguro mas naging matipid si Crisel. Dahil siya nga na alam niya how hard it is to earn money.
Natuto, no? Natuto.
Oo. Did you learn from that, Crisel, that, okay, I will not buy that because it's too expensive for me, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I started working McDonald's, I've gotten friends who are a little bit older than me. So around the 17, 18 area was when I had to think about university and expenses and all of that stuff. And then all the friends that I made were almost to the middle of their 20s. So 22, 23, and I was only 18, 17, 18 at the time. So they graduated university or college and they were working at Aritzia, Lululemon, or they were working towards their bachelor's of education. So they already have budgeted that at 20, they've already established a salary for themselves. So they would ask me to go out whenever I'm off and say, hey, let's go to this restaurant. And then when I look at the menu of the restaurant, it's $20 foods. Meanwhile, I'm working at McDonald's and I'm thinking $20 is already what I earn per hour. Do I really want to go with you guys?
Yeah.
Can we all just eat at McDonald's or something? I'll get you a discount.
Yeah.
And then now that after working after being
The corporate world.
in the corporate world, or what the Gen Zs will call it, being a corporate girly, $20 is already a reward for myself. That if my friends want to come back and say, hey, let's go out to this restaurant or let's go to a sporting event, that's already budgetable.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
that's good, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Chris, what's the norm when it comes to like living separately now, independently? Like, do you see your friends, or at what age do people start thinking about being independent, getting their own apartments, like that?
Oh, this
Ah,
this is a
you're
good this is a good example for friends born in Filipino versus
Yeah. Okay.
friends who are not Filipino. So some of my friends who are non-Filipino, they have a ruling in their household where when they turn 18,
Paalis.
they have to leave because
Yeah.
you're already an adult. You As long as you have a career or an education that turned into a good stable career for yourself, you have to leave. But what I noticed with being raised in a Filipino household is that once you leave, that's it. You can't come back home. Like my parents aren't kicking me out. That's why I still live here. That
Mhm.
I'm getting free housing. I'm getting meals that I don't have to pay for. So why would I want to let that go? Or why would anyone raised in a Filipino household want to let that go? So it's a big decision for themselves to think, okay, I'm getting free housing, I'm getting free food, I'm getting a free, like if I need to use the car, all I have to do is just ask to use the car.
Yeah.
So why would I want to leave? And if I do decide to leave, that's it. I can't
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
because I said that I can handle it on my own, so I have to prove it.
For
So,
your friends who were asked to leave when they turned 18, is it something that I'm just curious, I really don't know. Is it something that they take against their parents? Like, do they feel bad about it? Or is it something that's just, they know what's going
the
to happen?
norms.
So, like, they just go and it's not a big deal. How is it?
So for my friends, they didn't feel bad about it because they already knew ahead of time
Yeah.
that once they turn 18, which is the legal age here, I'm not sure what the legal age is in other provinces, but they already knew ahead of time that they had to work towards something and they
Yeah.
had to save up so they can live independently, but not necessarily by themselves. If they have siblings, they can all live together. So that was a loophole, I guess, in their family contract that
Yeah.
the siblings can live together, or if they have friends, they can live with friends as well.
Housemates. Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Dito kasi uso yung ganyan. Pagka 18 papalisin na. Yung iba naman daw nalalaman ko, doon pa rin sila sa parents nila pero nagbibigay sila.
Oo, yung iba,
Bibigay
pinapalipat
ganito.
sa basement, paparentahan ng mga
Rentahan nila yung sarili
$500.
mo.
I think that's also fairly
Oo. Ganun
Siguro,
gitu.
you know what? I guess mga Pilipino, especially fathers, no, parang overprotective sa mga
Daughters.
babaeng anak,
Yeah.
di ba?
true.
Kaya
Kasi
nga sabi ko sa kanila kung gusto nyo pagka yung bahay, pagka malalaki na kayo, yung basement, tag-isang kwarto diyan, di diyan na lang kayo tumira.
nakaalis, yeah.
Ganun
You
nga.
stay with us as long as you want.
Ganun ako Bigyan nyo lang kami ng maliit na kwarto o kaya doon kami sa baba, doon kayo sa taas. Parang ganun lang sinasabi ko sa kanila.
In-offer mo ba kay Christian, Jim, na okay, pag may
Ganyan.
kasawa ka, you can live here with us?
No, not yet.
No, but is that what they call this? Parang ano ba 'yon? Parang pwede bang mangyari yung ganon, Jim?
I'm not sure yet. I haven't really, it has not crossed my mind yet.
Yeah. Ayaw niyang isipin na ikakasal na si Chris. Ayaw niyang isipin.
Matinding tiyakan niya.
Kaya nga sasabihin mo kay Chris, okay Chris, you and your husband can stay in the house, no? Live with us.
You know, another thing pala that I was told is different here. Sa Pilipinas, di ba, yung bahay ng magulang, ipapamana dun sa anak. Parang dito daw, ang kultura daw ng mga Canadians, hindi nila inaasahan na ganun. Sila magpupundar ng sarili nila. Totoo ba yun? Is it really like that? Sorry, Chris, did you understand what I said?
No.
Like, because back in the Philippines, your parents' house, the kids inherit it. They move from generation to the next. Here, is that also the same thinking? Or do kids, those who you say, move out when they turn 18, their mindset is what? To eventually buy their own house and just leave that house to their parents forever. Diba?
So it's under the parents' name. So it's like that's their parents' nest.
Yeah.
If they live there, they're still under their parents. They don't know what independence is. So that's why the parents of my non-Filipino friends and tell them that when they turn 18, they have to be more independent. So they have their own place.
Yeah. Iba dito di ba?
Iba. Sabi ko nga rin ako kay Lian, sabi ko, 27 years old, pwede na mag-boyfriend. 27.
Pero you know what, Ina, kasi may na-experience din ako na parang yun, namatay nga yung magulang. So, kumbaga, ibang lahi, okay, non-Filipino. Namatay yung magulang. So, yung mga anak, dahil alam nilang may naiwan yung magulang nila, parang hinabol nila yung stepmother nila. Na where's my dad's belongings? I need to take it, the car, and those golds. We need that. Parang ganon.
Naman. Yeah. No, I mean, syempre, it's not all. But what I'm saying is, common dito, diba, na yung mindset ng mga bata. Yung mga Canadian talaga na, bahay ng magulang ko yan Hindi ko kukunin. Parang ganun ba? Hindi tulad sa atin talaga, ay, magiging bahay ko to.
That's gonna be mine soon.
Yeah, oo.
Kasi dito, 18 talaga, pinapaalis na. Pinupush yata nila di ba? Pinupush nilang umalis na. Yung mga Canadian, gano'n. Pinupush.
Blackout.
Yeah.
Hindi, yung TV. Yung TV.
But not to say na ganun din dapat ang gawin ng mga tao, no? But we're just saying, it's common here. Ganun ang mindset. Right, Luna?
Wala kang balak umuwi ng Pilipinas ulit, Jim?
Meron naman, but not in the near future.
Why?
Retirement?
Why not?
Kasi kami na sa family namin are also spread out. Yung sister ko is in Vancouver. And then yung brother, actually my brother ako naiwan sa Philippines, isa ganun. So parang and then my mom is in Washington. So parang,
I see. You see no reason para umuwi. Parang ganun.
Not that, parang not.
Do you have any property sa Pinas?
Wala din.
Wala din. I see.
Dito na.
Dito na talaga, no?
Nung pag-land nyo ng, nag-immigrant kayo, dyan na sa Toronto o sa ibang lugar? Dyan na talaga kayo?
Toronto na kaagad.
Toronto na.
Chris, how about you? Are you thinking of moving to another province? What's
Oo.
the cost of living dyan sa lugar mo? Is it for you? Can you take it? Parang is it tolerable for you?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I really enjoy everything that's here. Because I've lived here my whole life, so I don't really see myself starting somewhere new, being grown already. I feel
Mm-hmm.
that if I do have to move, I would be comparing it back here, so everything would always keep
Come
leading
back.
me
Yeah.
to Toronto.
Mm-hmm. Kasi.
All right. Mm.
What
Mm.
do you, what do you,
Dead
ang
end.
hirap talaga. What do you like most in Canada? Yan. Anong gustong-gusto mo dito?
Oh, I would say the poutine, but that's I've never had authentic Montreal poutine yet.
Oh, okay.
So
You know what? I think
Oh.
McDonald's poutine is good enough, no?
I
I
don't
think more than good enough actually. Yeah. Di masarap, yeah. Masarap yung
Meron
poutine ng
meron ba
McDonald's.
authentic na authentic Montreal poutine? Ibang klase.
Ang sabi nila kasi sa Montreal lang
Yeah, sabi
the
nila.
best eh.
So far, tikman ko pa lang Costco, McDonald's, dito sa may Plaza Cotinage. Yeah, alam
Oh,
niyo minsan they have this thing na kung saan parang poutine pair, right? Poutine festival. Dito, but I don't know, it's too expensive for me.
yung dyan pala yung authentic sa Montreal.
Oh.
But to seriously answer the question, what I really like about Toronto is everything that I was able to experience here. So from all the sporting events that I've gone to,
Yeah.
is basically everything that I've ever vlogged in my channel. That's Toronto vlog or life in Toronto is
Mhm.
something I want to share with everyone. That is really fun to do here.
Oh, tell us
Oh,
about your vlog. I didn't know that you have a vlog too. Okay, follow niyo on YouTube or on
Yes.
Facebook? Which one? Okay.
It's on YouTube. So my name here, Chris Sizzle, is my handle on YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Okay.
And all
Chris
the
Cecil. Okay.
so all the adventures that I have on there are what I really
Search mo Rice.
like doing in Toronto. For example, hockey is a big sport in Canada. So that's something that I really enjoy watching.
Mm-hmm.
There's a car racing event happening this week that in Toronto that I'm really excited for. The shopping is cool too. What else? What else?
There's a lot of things to do here, no?
There's a lot of things. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I think from when Tito Mark came here, he noticed that even at 12 a.m., I've never gone that out late. Just letting it clear. I've never gone outside that late. But from his vlog, it was 1 o'clock in the morning and there were still people here. Or still people awake downtown.
Toronto never sleeps.
Yeah.
Nakita ko yung channel ni ni
Yeah,
Chris.
send mo tapos po-flash ni Ina.
Yeah.
Nakalimutan ko i-send kay Ina. Ayan.
Oh, I didn't know you have a
Pinanood
vlog.
ko yung vlog ni Crisel meron siyang pinuntahan na parang Formula 1.
Oh,
Na
F1.
pinuntahan siya.
Toronto.
Yeah, that was just a couple weeks ago, yeah.
Okay. Oh,
napanood ko yun.
puntahan niyo itong kanyang Chris Sizzle on YouTube.
Yeah,
That's it, Chris Sizzle lang. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, it's here.
Chris
Wait,
Sizzle.
mawawala ako sandali. Okay, hold on. So I can upload it. Hold on.
Para mapakita natin.
Oh.
Eh.
Yeah, nag-subscribe na ako.
Oo nga, dito sa
Oh, thank you.
sa Toronto, same as Vancouver, na hindi rin tulog. Hindi rin sila natutulog.
Can I share something? It's
Yeah,
about
sure.
Yes.
So 2019 was when I started watching Tito Mark's channel, so Carino Family. And then after the whole YouTube dive rabbit hole, it gave other algorithms of Alit Family, Beck and Kai, Tito Rice, and Tita Ina. So because it was Tito Mark who got me through the rabbit hole of seeing everybody in like their life in Canada, I thought about it and I said, "Oh, this is something I would like to call the Carino-verse." So if Tito Beck watches this, he'll know what I mean by Carino-verse, multiverse. But for the
The older generation.
for the older generations, it would be called Carino family because
I see. Oh, here you go. This is
Yeah.
Chris's vlog. Ayan, Chris
Yeah.
Sizzle.
Mhm.
Okay, you guys watching, follow nyo. If you want to see life in Canada from a perspective of young millennial. O yan, ganun na lang.
Gen Z, sabi nga niya, no?
I think I'm a Gen Z.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gen Z ba?
Yeah.
Sorry, okay.
Yeah.
Gen Z ka pala. Alright.
I was
Yes.
2 years off from being a millennial.
Okay.
Follow nyo. Ayun.
Oh,
Maraming
we
salamat,
survived,
Christian.
guys, ha?
Oo.
We survived. It's been an hour. Thanks so much, Chris
Yeah.
and
Thank you.
Thank
for
you.
being in this
Ayun.
episode.
Salamat sa pag-understanding, lalo na sa akin.
I'm so happy to still see the tissue paper still have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yun,
Oh,
thank
I
you.
guess
Thank you,
we'll end
Chris,
this
no?
episode here, oh.
Game,
ka na
thank
rin,
you.
Max?
Oo.
Yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, that's episode 41 of Spot Pinoy.
Salamat,
Maraming
Jimmy.
salamat po.
Thank
See you
you.
guys
Thank you.
in the next one. Bye!
Ayan, ha? Hoy, teka lang, tahimik ako, ha? Baka nagreklamo ako.